Just don't forget us little guys that want still residential deals done. I know they're small, jobs, but don't forget us. I'm glad I got you in before you were just all commercial.
100%. No, we will never forget obviously where we start from. And
hello everyone, this is Ricardo Braddick, aka Real Estate Braddick, and today I have with me
Phineas from AZ Floor Solutions.
What's up, Phineas?
Not so much. How are you, brother?
Good, man. So hey, how do we meet, dude? Because that's just, always my story of watching these videos that we met. I meet most of these people on Instagram. Is that where we met?
I want to say yes. I think we started becoming more and more active on social media.
Yep.
I had hired a sales guy named Tim, and my wife started taking over social media as well. So we have gotten more and more active at that point in time on social media. And I guess you came across either a story or something that we had posted about either carpet, or I can't remember what it was, but I know you had mentioned or reached out to us. And then from there, we just...
we connected.
We're friends, but we connected obviously through that. Yeah.
And I was telling you that when I was looking through my social media to see who I was going to use for like the flooring, and you're going to see video right now here of the flooring going through the house. Look at this nice flooring. You're going to see. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's some bad stuff, huh?
Oh, I mean, who did it?
Damn,
the best,
right? So I was going to hire, or I was not that I was going to hire. I was looking at hiring, somebody, right? So I'm looking at everybody's stuff. Now, one thing I like to tell people is, you got to like the person you're meeting as well, right? You got to have that personality, social skills, being able to communicate with clients.
Big time.
And that's what you had. That's what Tim had. And that's what kind of drawed me into you guys, was your guys' personality and everything, and how you explained everything, the knowledge on everything, some of the pointers you gave me. So it was pretty exciting. And we got the floors done.
I appreciate that. No, I mean, what maybe sets us apart from a lot of other contractors nowadays is the average age of contractors. If you look at statistics, probably your average contractor is anywhere from 45 to 55 years old.
Yeah.
We're obviously much younger, and all of our team. I mean, you saw Pierre, Ricardo, Nathan, everybody that worked over here.
Younger guys.
It's not that it's a standard, right? But it just happens to go that way. That most of our guys are anywhere from like, say 21, I want to say, all the way up to I think 35, 36, and that doesn't tell you experience at all. Like, what I'm saying? It doesn't go against experience. No. Because they do quality work. I've had other interviews with younger kids, right, that are doing their business too, and phenomenal work they do. And again, experience to me doesn't always give you quality. No, absolutely not. And I mean, what I can say about us is it's the combined experience, right? So Gabriel, who maybe you'll meet, obviously, you know him, but what I'm saying is to the audience, maybe people will meet him at a later point in time. But Gabriel, he's my business partner. So we're 50-50 in the company, and I run all of the sales and operational side, and he's more so on the jobs, making sure the quality is there, the guys show up on time, material gets delivered, containment before demo is put up the right way, things like that are very, very important to us, right? And that I think brings this great customer experience that we try to offer and bring to people.
Well, you need to divvy up the work too, because it could be a lot on one person's shoulder doing all what you just said.
Big time. And then that's what I was going to say. So Gabriel's background is he's been doing construction actually longer than I have, probably 10 to 12 years. His background is working in a fabrication shop for granite and stone. And then later on, he ended up opening up his own demo and construction company, doing tile work and installation for flooring. And Gabe and I, we've known each other for probably close to 10 years now. And ever since been friends. And we made this decision about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, to just start this company. And it's the combined experience, right? I bring knowledge, obviously, on the management side. He has the knowledge with hands-on, being on the job and just working with the people and the clients and having the understanding of the big picture, what needs to happen on a job, right, from start to finish. And that's just what sets us apart.
Nice. So do you just do residential or do you do commercial too?
So
Because I thought you were doing commercial. I saw some big commercial buildings you're working on.
We do. So we started out obviously serving more so the residential client. Our strength was a lot of insurance work that we started doing. So we work with a lot of restoration companies doing all of their flooring and tile work.
Okay.
And that's essentially our main bread and butter, probably half of the stuff that we do. And then the other half was residential. But now in the last 6 months, we just started getting more and more into commercial because people saw obviously our turnaround times, how quick we work, how clean we work, just the customer service and the quality that we offer. And, I'm sure people have seen it in different restaurants, the quality that you see sometimes in commercial is, very poor, very poor, to say it that way, and we just try to bring the same quality into commercial as
Just
well.
don't forget us little guys that want still residential deals done. I know they're small, jobs, but don't forget us. I'm glad I got you in before you were just all commercial.
100%. No, we will never forget obviously where we started from, and we build relationships, friendships.
Of course.
And there's a saying, right, that somebody needs a doctor, a realtor, right, and a contractor in their life, and we're here to stay. So.
Awesome. So I hear this accent. Where's this accent coming from? It's like, I don't know.
So it's I'm not gonna say it's German. So I'm born and raised in Germany. My mom and pop, they fled communism around 90 from Romania and came to Germany.
Nice.
So I was born in 91. And then lived there for about 24 years. Yeah.
Wow.
And I've been this is actually my 10th year in the U.S.
Beautiful U.S.
Just landed here with the suitcase and now, built up the American dream.
Heck yeah, man. So you've been here 10 years in the United States. That is freaking awesome. But man, you were able to get to this point, right? Hard work, dedication.
Dedication and just staying consistently at it, and one thing that I feel like I have noticed about living in the US is sometimes you just have to switch gears. And when I say switch gears, I mean, obviously, and you can probably say a little bit about what you've done in your life, right? Yeah. But what I can say about, my path living here in the US for the past 10 years was starting out, for example, just doing, helper work in construction. And not that I've never done construction before coming here. Okay. My dad is actually by trade a carpenter. My grandfather, he was a cabinet maker. So it somewhat lies, in the family. My dad is still a contractor. Okay. He is more an owner operator. So he does little jobs, but from beginning to end, like demo, he does all of the flooring, all of the paint, custom cabinetry, stuff like that. This is back in Germany. And what I was going to say is as soon as I landed, first year, I was working as a helper, just doing, tile work, laying tile, mixing thin set, stuff like that, a little bit of a dirty work. And then second year, I was really blessed and fortunate to actually move out to Hawaii and work for a big... Hawaii, yep. Woo! So I lived about a year in Hawaii with my wife, newlyweds back then. Really? Was really, really cool. Great time in our lives, obviously. And doing construction for a big contractor out there. And then switching gears, moved back. I felt like I maybe wanted to do something a little bit different. So I ended up doing actually transportation. So I got my CDL back then, drove truck for a little bit. And things just worked out the way they worked out and
morphed into this. Okay, cool. Yeah. So your business, where do you take it normally? Is it just Arizona or do you actually travel out of state?
So we do travel out of state too. If we had just recently a contractor out of New Mexico contact us for a big commercial job. And so we do travel for the right size job, obviously not for a small repair, but if it's something decent, and if it makes sense, we obviously get housing, transportation, all the material out on site for the guys previously before they start a job. And with the right schedule and organization for a job out of state, it can also move very, very quick. And we do jobs out of state too.
Nice. So, now that you're here, when looking back 10 years ago, when you got here, Did you picture this? Did you feel this could be possible when you got to America?
So everybody talks about the American dream, right? There's no other country that implies this dream, right?
Right.
And when I came here, I had this, German mindset actually, try to be just in your lane, try to do the little things, just little step by little step. But then when you see obviously opportunity here in this country and just on what scale you can grow a business and, just opportunities that are out there, coming from a socialist country to now a capitalist country like America, there's
now.
definitely
For now,
for now,
No.
there's definitely opportunity and ways to grow. And you slowly but gradually are growing into it.
Yeah.
Maybe it took me a little bit longer now looking back, just because I was in a mind frame of playing a lot of stuff very, very safe. Yeah, and that's again it comes together with my German upbringing, or not German, but growing up in that environment.
And you're in a new place, right? So you want to make sure you don't ruffle feathers or you don't rock the boat, as 100%. They say. So you try to play it cool, and you do, you're watching and seeing how people move and roll, and then you kind of pick up on what people are doing, and you say, you know what? If this guy can go and do this, why can't I? Why can't I go open a business? Absolutely. Why can't I go, do this thing?
Absolutely. And it's funny, other people take risks when they're young and without kids. For us, it was kind of the opposite.
Right.
My wife and I, we got married. Yes, we took chances. Like I said, we moved out to Hawaii. Made good money out there, moved back, started something new, but we never really saw the big picture, so to say. We always tried to play it safe. And then obviously we had our first son, and then later on my daughter, and it was just, I was coasting through life. Life was just comfortable.
Yep.
Life was really, really good. For a long period of time, I was actually able to work from home, being fortunate of making a good income, and then just grabbed this opportunity by its horns and just ran with it.
That's the thing. When it shows up, sometimes you just got to take that chance, that risk. We were just talking right here amongst you, your wife, myself. We were saying that when you go for broke, right? Just go all in. Don't pussyfoot around, as they say, around your business you want to do, or a hobby you want to do. Don't just get the one thing and then you'll try to use these other tools to see if that works. No, buy the tools you need for that hobby you're going to do.
Yeah.
And so I always say, when you have the right tools and equipment for the job, man, isn't it easier?
Oh, big time.
Isn't the job easier and smoother?
But it's all a risk. It's all a risk. It's like, okay, you can stay in your lane and, start working obviously with little equipment, and just slowly but surely grow into something.
Yeah.
But Gabe and I, when we started this, we just full speed, we just dive right into, and obviously we saw opportunity, and we realized very quick what it takes to get, for example, a job done, right? So you invest not into a hammer and chisel, but big jackhammers and big tools.
Yes.
It just makes the job so much easier. You don't wear out the guys, right?
Yeah, their backs.
And their backs, yeah. And I get it. We've been there. We've done that. Yeah. Gabe more so than I have. We've all been young and, just go-getters. Yep. But it's going to start wearing, obviously, out the guys, too, if we would just
let them at that. Didn't invest in the tools to make it easier and the jobs faster and more productive and make more money.
Big time. And turnaround time is huge. Obviously, we did this beautiful tile job, that you guys can see in the video.
Check it out.
For Ricardo and
Scarface style right there.
That's true. And what we've seen obviously with tile, and we know with tile, is just it takes a lot longer than if you do an engineered wood floor or a LVP install, just because you got to wait until it sets. Yeah. You can only work so and so far before you can step over or out of the area that you're working in. So it's obviously a longer process when you're doing tile work. But even for that, we try to accelerate things from the beginning by doing the demo as quick as possible, right? And instead of taking 5, 6, 7 days, for example, to demo out, you had engineered wood floors before. in your home.
That's what I had, right?
Yeah, we just try to do it like within 2 days, I believe. We took.
Well, you had the right equipment, dude.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I'm saying. You cut that time not in half, but even shorter than that. And then even if the install side would take a little bit longer, it feels shorter altogether for the customer.
You put it together, yeah. No, well, it came out good. Appreciate you guys coming out, and you guys were fair in price. Your personalities kick ass, and your work was great. So I just appreciate you guys again very much. And if you would leave this to everybody watching, what would you leave with these younger kids that maybe want to get into a business or start a business? These younger entrepreneurs that just don't know where to go, where to start. What should they do? What things you may have for them?
My take on this whole entrepreneurship thing is that we live in a time where everything is very, very accelerated, right? And I feel like not just the fact that there's a lot of pressure put on us, but people feel like success happens overnight.
Yeah, and it don't.
It never happens overnight. I mean, you can probably tell your story at one point in time. It just takes a very, very long time. Yeah. And even if you dedicate, your service like you did, or your time 9 to 5, 10 years to a certain job until you can dive into something totally different, then that's okay too, right? But if for the young people out there that want to do maybe a small business or start something, understand that it's a long process, right? Yeah. And even though we were fortunate enough to, get the business off the ground probably in a very, very quick time.
And that happens.
It's the combined experience. And what people don't know is we've done a lot of homework and a lot of research on the backside before we even started. And Gabe, for example, he quit his 9-to-5 job. About 6 months before we officially opened up. And he was 6 months essentially living off nothing, right? And just savings, doing research, doing, all of the backside of the business. I remember vividly just working short hours within my job back then, because obviously I was in a different situation than he was, but just shortening my time so that I can tackle, 8-10 hours every single day with him on the back end and just look at paperwork and stuff like that. So what I'm trying to say is when you're in partnership, maybe that time gets cut down a little bit, because you won't make the mistakes that somebody else, your partner did previously, and just brings in that experience.
Do your homework.
Yeah,
do your homework too.
100%.
Right?
So do your homework, and just once you're focused and you have an idea on what you want to do, understand that it's a process, and it's okay if it takes longer. I mean, I would say probably can take anywhere from 2 to 5 years until a business starts taking off.
Yeah. But again, like you said, some can be sooner if you really put in that 100% go. You know what I'm saying? And don't think that because you're starting your own business that you're going to be working, your hours. Like you say, oh, I'm getting out of this 9 to 5. I'm starting my own business. Now I can, no, now you're 24 hours. In many cases, you're 24 hours a day.
Time.
So just keep that in mind. But the reward afterwards, all that sweat and blood, and it's amazing.
Yeah, much greater that you don't have to just report to someone every single week or every single month or every single day. Hey, what were the sales? Why did this happen? Why did that happen? But like you said, it's true. Entrepreneurship. Understand people out there that you don't take it from a 8-hour to a 4-hour day now, right? You take it from an 8-hour probably at the minimum to a 12-hour day, because now you're doing all of the accounting, especially in the beginning. Now you're doing all of this and all of that. There's so many facets to
that you worry about now.
Now you have to worry about and take on until you can scale.
Hire people
to then hire someone that is going to be every single day at the office. Hire a salesperson just like we did with him, and so on and so forth. So many steps within
it's an awesome story, dude. Especially, an immigrant came over and just took the bull by the horns. and you're here now 10 years. But you know what I'm saying, that to me, that's pretty quick to get in a position where you're at now in life.
Appreciate that.
And so yeah, it's amazing story, dude, and appreciate you coming on and telling your story, and then letting everybody know, you know, let them know about your company, how they can reach you, all that good stuff.
So the company is AZ Floor Solutions. We do interior renovations, but mostly flooring, showers, backsplashes. We also have our own showroom just off of I-17 in Deer Valley. People can find us on Google. We have our website at azfloorsolutions.com, and the direct line for the phone for the company line is 623-336-1707. You can either reach me or ask for Timmy, or anybody else would be happy to help you, and we do free estimates all over the valley. So
nice. Well, I'm gonna put his information here under him, his Instagram handle, his website, all that good stuff. So I appreciate you all tuning in. This was another great open house. Real Estate Braddick out.
peace.